MLB, PGA, NASCAR, WNBA, NBA, NCAA, and NFL news and highlights.
And now an important message from Steve Harvey.
This pandemic isn't over yet. We got the vaccines. I got mine. You might have yours. But listen to this. Don't think just because you got the vaccine that you can just go crazy. Follow the current safety guidelines. I know the mask is hot, but you know what's hotter than these masks? Staying healthy. That's pretty fly if you ask me. Let's unite to prevent.
For more information, visit unitetoprevent.org.
You are tuned into WWE Lakeville, AM 1100.
The following program is paid for by Influencer 365. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect the views of this station, its management, or the Beasley Media Group.
Holy crap, it's a Monday!
It may not mean nothing to y'all. Understand nothing was done for me, so I don't plan on stopping at all. I want this forever mine, ever mine, ever mine. I'm shutting down in the mall and telling that girl she the one for me, and I ain't even planning to call. I want this forever mine, ever mine.
Woo! And we are back right here on the Real 1100 AM iHeartRadio, checking in all over the world, all over the globe. And my headphones is way too loud.
Two turned up on Monday. Two turned up.
You got to be turned up. It is Mindset Monday right here on the #1 rated business show.
Man, get your mind right.
Did you have a good weekend?
I had a great weekend, man.
Watched
a little bit of basketball.
I know you watched basketball.
That's all I did, bro. That is it.
But nah, man. It is Mindset Monday right here. It's time to get your week started. Get motivated. Get your mind right.
Get your money
ready
right.
for battle. Because it's going to be a hell of a week.
It's going to be a great week, man. You know, it's already 70 degrees. First day of spring. We're supposed to be getting out of this cold weather.
Oh, yeah. It's coming, bro.
I'm about to put on my little short shorts.
I'm going to need you to keep them in the closet.
Hit them streets.
We got a great show for you today. We're talking about the sales mindset. I got in the house sales expert, Mr. Alstar Edwards.
Man, I'm telling you, his story is going to blow your mind.
I can't wait.
He went from bagging to getting the bag.
Woo! And then coming up after the break, we got Dr. J.C. Baker. He's going to be dropping in, giving us some information about some new technology and everything going on that's going to help you get your finance right.
Man, he's going to get you right, man.
He's going to get you right.
He got this new athletic app. It is off the chain. Pro Elites. But anyway, we're gonna get into some real stuff this week. We're going to get it right.
For my good friends out here in the Douglasville area, I want y'all to go visit my personal barber over at Studio 1211. He's located right there at 6405 Fairburn Road. You can call and schedule an appointment at 770-485-6772. Once again, speak to Melvin, and you can get a free cut on Jeff this week.
Hey, check this out. I'm going to get you a free cut for life. This is how you going to get it. You get you some magic shade. You put it on your head.
You're going to burn the hell out of
you let it stay for an hour, and your hair will never grow back. Ever.
Lord have mercy. Is that what happened to you, bro? Lord have mercy. Well, if you don't want to do that, I suggest you call my barber over at 770-485-6772. Ask speak to Melvin. Get yourself an appointment and get out there and get your line straight.
It burns so good.
It burns so good. No, it does not. For everybody that want to stay fit, want to stay looking good, want to get your body right to go along with the Mindset Monday, I want y'all to visit my good friends Titans Fitness, right there in beautiful Smyrna, Georgia, 1834 South Cobb Industrial Boulevard, right there, Smyrna, Georgia, 30082. You can visit them online at titans.net.
And if you go there, you can be like Houston's coach, and you can take your shirt off when you win.
Wow.
And let everybody see.
Wow.
He inspired me, bro.
He inspired you.
I was like, if he can run around shirtless and pop champagne, so can I.
Well, you know, we coming up on the 100th episode of the #1 rated business show. Like, seriously, we are seriously coming up on our 100th episode. I cannot believe it myself. It has been a lot of work. But so for the 100th episode, just to make it special, Jeff gonna take his shirt off.
I'll take it
and
off.
run around. And then I'm gonna get some Gatorade. We're gonna dunk it on you.
Take it off. I'll take it off.
Because you won, brother. You winning. Lord have mercy.
You can't even talk. Man, that's messed up, bro.
That's because I need to go and get me a free COVID test over there with my friends at West
You
Park
know,
Wellness.
you know, I actually made a rock cry.
You made a rock cry.
I made the rock cry.
You made the rock cry.
When I took my shirt off, he had a tear come out. He was like, bruh, I've been in the gym all these years and I still ain't close to your magnificence.
You should have had that. You should have had that one to call him a jabroni. Lord have mercy. Well, if you might be suffering from some side effects from COVID, like Jeff's brain today, I want y'all to go see my good friends at West Park Wellness. They are providing free mobile COVID testing. It is the non-invasive saliva PCR test. Results in 24 to 48 hours. Testing is available Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays from 9 to 5. They'll come out to your business, restaurant, event, school, church, gym, wedding, funeral, even some of them just fantasies over there.
Yeah, the barbecues, Bromithus.
But I want you to visit them online if you are in need of mobile COVID testing at westparkwellness.com.
Yeah, you got to go ahead and get your get your health right? Make sure you don't have COVID because whiskey can't cure everything.
It cure a lot of stuff, though. It worked for colds. It worked for pain.
Man, I remember well, let's not talk about back in the day. You catch a cold, you be like, get some of that vodka.
See, that's what don't work. Vodka does not work.
Oh, vodka burn it out.
So will whiskey. What we got in our marketing moment for today?
Man, the marketing moment for today is to understand your sales process. Since we're talking sales today, we're talking about getting our mind right. I will not be the expert at sales because we have an expert at sales in the house, but you got to understand your sales process. A lot of times people think marketing and sales are the exact same, or marketing just gets them to the door. But then you go to the sales process, you got to go ahead and sell them. That's my tip for the day, bro.
Thank you so much for acknowledging I'm an expert in sales, Joe.
Well, I ain't say you were an expert in sales. I said we had one in the house. You notice I never say that in any other episode. So obviously it's not you, bro.
Oh man, now my feelings hurt. But why do I care?
I'm just saying.
I'm an expert in sales. I've been selling since the day I was born, bro.
What were you selling?
I done sold everything you can think. I done sold beepers. I done sold cars. I done sold real estate. I done sold services. I sold it all, bro.
You didn't sell your soul, did you?
No, I did not sell my soul. Price is way too high.
You wasn't on. I'm about to say something. You wasn't on Veteran Drive in Columbus selling your body.
No, I do not hang out with you and Leroy. But
but we got a real sales expert in the house today, man.
Yes, we do.
And I'm not even going to talk about sales because, marketing is my thing and sales is not.
Now let's talk about that for 1 second, though. How does that differ? Because a lot of people, and we've had this conversation so many times before because we get so many clients that come to us and they say they want marketing, but really y'all want sales. You know what I'm saying? So please just break it down one time, Mr. Marketology.
What?
My expert.
Yeah.
See how I do him? You see how I do him?
In marketing. And I received that because it is true. Marketing is actually the way that you understand your audience, deliver a message, and provide them a way to get in contact with you to get the sale.
Okay.
It is the process in order to get them to the door.
Okay.
That's all you got to really think about is to get them to the door. Now, you might talk about advertisement. That's one way to get them to the door. Social media is one way to get them. But it is actually identifying with your audience and delivering the message to actually in the process to get them to the door.
Okay.
After they get to the door, that's when your sales team, that's why they call it sales team. Your sales team takes it from there and sells them.
So to explain to us, from an expert, as Jeff would call it, we got in the house with us today, Mr. Alistair Edwards.
You see how I brought Alistair to the door? I brought the audience to the door, and Alistair's gonna sell them.
We walked him right on up here.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be here, man. Just an honor to be on your radio show today. So definitely thank you for the invite. I always tell people marketing is the exposure. Sales is the closure.
All
right.
See,
I like
see,
that.
I
I like
sold
that.
it better than I
Right?
did.
So
He's
marketing
sold
is the
it.
thing that says, okay, we have something for you, right?
Oh yeah.
So that's to get you to come look at it,
Mhm.
right? To be a part of the community, to say, okay, let me see what's going on. But the sales process is the closure. The sales is saying, okay, you're the one that this is what you need,
Yeah.
and I'm the person you need to get it from. You know what I mean?
Wow. Now, there is a whole psychological process to selling. It's not a lot of folks. I believe they think it's just, hey, come here, buy this. It don't work.
It worked for me, man. When I told them buy my daddy's records, they were like,
well, your dad had a hell of a record, Joe. Not everybody got them type of record, but no, it is a whole psychology to it. Can you just kind of break down a little bit of your mentality or your background as far as what's a little bit of that sales process? So what's that first part of that sales process?
Well, the first part of the sales process is figuring out what are you selling.
Okay.
Right. Knowing what you're selling and know what your product is. And the main thing is, what problem does my product solve? What problem does my product, service, coaching session, whatever it is, what problem does it solve? I need to know that in detail. And then I need to figure out who has that problem.
Wow.
See, one of the biggest mistakes people make is they come up with a product and they think everybody wants it.
That's true.
yes.
Right? No, everybody don't need what you have. And so sometimes people spend all their time marketing,
Yeah.
trying to get exposure to the wrong people.
Wow.
Right?
That is so true.
So the key is to figure out who is my target customer, right?
Okay.
Who has that problem? Because all sales is finding someone with a problem and providing them with a solution.
And being compensated for
And
it.
being compensated for it. Right?
That's the key.
Oh yeah. But no, a lot of times in that sales process, or a lot of times when we start to think about the psychology, folks don't realize a lot of folks ain't prepared to sell their own product. They really not, because a lot of times, all that nervous energy that you're feeling before you go talk to somebody is just a simple fact. You ain't prepared, bro. You don't know in depth your customer, you don't know in depth your product, and you don't know in depth how this product solves that person's problem. Because when you can have that conversation, guess what? People buy.
That's true.
Now, as we start to identify, this is my service and this is my value to the world, what's the next step that we need to start thinking about in this sales cycle or this sales process?
Cultivating the relationship.
Okay.
Right? You definitely want to make sure that your customer feels satisfied in doing business with you.
Okay.
Right? So and the way you do that is making sure that you understand the customer's problem, and then you convey to them that I understand what your problem or need is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's saying, hey, I relate to your situation, right? I know that what I have will solve that problem or fix that situation or make you feel better, right? Because I understand your situation. So a lot of times, it's like walking into a clothing store and someone starts hounding you immediately, right? That's never a good feeling. Nobody wants to be sold.
Yeah, everybody want to buy.
But everybody loves to buy.
That is so true.
Right? So I'll give you a perfect example. So when my son was born, right, I was driving a Toyota Supra, a 2-door Toyota Supra.
Wow.
Oh, he went.
Your wife was mad right there, bro.
So I knew when my child was coming along, I needed to get a new car.
Oh, yeah.
So I went to a Ford dealership and I just happened to park by the Mustangs. And the guy comes out immediately and said, man, that's you right there, man. That's the car for you right there. I immediately got back in my car and drove off.
Wow. I don't blame you.
I drove 15 miles down the road to a different dealership. Parked again right by the Mustangs, and another guy came out. As soon as I pulled up, another guy came out again. He says, hey, just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Don. If you need anything, feel free to call me. And he walked away. So I'm walking around, looking around, and then I'm standing by a Explorer, and I call him over. I said, Don, let me ask you a question. He says, hey, before you say anything, tell me a little bit about yourself, because we may not even have what you need.
The pushback.
I love that.
Psychology on me.
Yeah.
Right?
I love it.
I said, well, I'm a newborn dad. I need to get out of a Supra. I need a family car. He says, well, the Explorer that you're looking at is pretty good. He says, it's a good car. And he says, you don't look like the minivan type. Am I correct? I said, I'm definitely not the minivan type. But then he switched it up on me. Here's what he said, Casey. He says, but based on your height, and if it's in your budget, you may want to look at the Expedition.
Woo! He just upsold you, bro, to the high end.
It'll give you a little bit more leg room, and you'll be able to lean your seat back further. That's all he said.
Wow.
He says, would you like to look at it?
Wow.
Of course I want to look at it.
But no, that is almost mastering knowing your customer, because he sized them up from the jump.
From the jump.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then what's the first thing a big man gonna be worried about?
Those needs.
Knowing your customer, knowing what your customer's needs are. Right? Here's the funny part. I would have bought an Expedition at the last dealership.
Wow.
But I went 15 miles down the road to a different guy because he took time to understand my situation.
Oh, yeah.
And I think most of the time people get so happy that they're getting in front of the customer that they spit everything at the customer, not realizing that the customer didn't even come for half of what you're spitting on them.
Exactly.
Wow.
I just needed one thing, and you're telling me about 20 other features that have nothing to do with my situation.
That's good advice.
So you lose me, even though your product may have the one feature I need, the other 20 features don't mean anything to me.
Money is not attracted to disparity. Trust me.
Yeah. See, I would have lost that sale. Because I'd have been like, you're in a Supra. You know, did you see Fast and the Furious? You and your son be riding Dom and Dom Jr. And y'all have been rolling.
but no, that is such a key point right there. Listening to the customer and taking the time to ask. And we've even had that conversation, because a lot of times you trying to figure out how this product fits for everybody else, instead of just taking the time to ask somebody what's your needs, what's your goals. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when you have that conversation, now I can find a product that's gonna match with them goals or help you get there. Or hell, I make up one on the spot if I need to.
Right.
But no, it is such an important thing to listen to the customer, like you would not believe, because so many folks just don't do that no more. Yeah. Like, really. And then a lot of times, like you say, they just, hey, buy this, 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 instead of saying, hey, how are you doing, other human being?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, build a relationship first.
That's true. Now, how long do you have to build a relationship? A lot of times you know, when it comes to, now, this is in the marketing aspect. When it comes to marketing, you have that nurturing sequence that you're doing, that nurturing cycle. And a lot of times you feel like that has to be something that's long, drawn out, months and years on end. And a lot of times, like you said, that relationship was built in minutes.
Yeah, in minutes. It's asking the right questions.
Okay.
Right? It's letting the person know that I actually care about you. Like you said.
Exactly.
Hello, human being.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Not hello dollar. Right?
Exactly. Hi, check.
Hey, check. Right? It's hello, human being. It's just letting the person know, hey, I appreciate the fact that you're even here to talk to me today.
Yeah.
Right? Whether we do business or not, that's fine. I just want to get to know you as a person and see if I can help.
Yeah.
Right? My services is here to help people. You may not be the person that needs my help.
Yeah.
Right. That type of attitude will get you way more customers than just, look, you need to get my product. You need to get my just there's nothing worse than the person say, hey man, I know you don't need it, but just buy it from me. Just
buy my daddy's records.
now I think this is the biggest part most people fail at right here. And I definitely want to get your opinion on this one. How do we ask for the sale? Because I think so many people that's where they fail at. You put it in front of me, you tell me what you're doing and all this type of stuff, and just leave it there. Yeah, and I'm sitting there like, all right, what you want to do now? So how do we ask for the sale?
I suggest instead of asking for the sale, ask what the problem is.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
So if you know what the problem is, you can easily make the sale.
Okay.
I'll give you an example. If I got a massive headache, and Casey's the only person with the aspirin that can kill that headache, I don't care what the price is.
Bro, I'm finna tax.
But think about it. If I searched everywhere for aspirin and can't get an aspirin, and Casey said, I got one, but you know, it's going to cost you. If my headache is bad enough, I don't care how much he's charging me. I'm going to get the aspirin.
Oh, yeah.
But he knows what my problem is.
Okay.
He got a major headache.
Okay.
So I say take the time to figure out what's your problem. If they walk in the store, hey, what are you looking for today?
Okay.
Right? You going to a party? Is it an inside party? If I was in a clothing store, the first question I'd be asking people is, hey, what type of outfit you looking for?
That's true.
Right? Where are you trying to go? What you trying to look like? What you know what I mean? What you want? You want to make a statement when you walk in, or you just want to slightly sneak into the room?
But no, that is so true, because when you really think about it, like you say, if you know what the problem is and you can provide the solution, it's opposite. All you gotta do is put a price on it.
Yeah. I don't care what you sell, and I can simply rearrange my product to say, hey, this is the solution. Right? Depending on what you, if I know what and be honest too. There's sometimes you need to say, hey, I don't have what you need.
Okay.
Because now you'll get a repeat customer.
Okay.
You give them a referral. I say, hey, I may not be the person you need to talk to, but you may want to go visit with KC.
Yeah.
Right? He can get you what you need. But if you ever need this, and then I can say what I have.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Just know I'll be here to provide for you. Now you become a trusted person.
Okay. And that's the big thing.
That's
Oh,
big
yeah.
No
difference.
like and trust.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because if they trust you, they buy from you.
If they trust you, they'll buy from you.
So if he were to push you in that Mustang, you wouldn't have trusted him.
Nah, I got home and got cussed out.
Oh, bro, you would have so got cussed out.
Right?
I pulled that mess one time. I bought a G37 coupe, bro. My daughter was like, one on was 2, the other was like 5. She was mad.
Hey,
bro.
that
I love
don't
that
fit
car.
the mix. Yeah, right?
Oh, man.
That was a personal decision.
Yes.
It was a
had
bad person.
It had nothing to do with the family.
Lord have mercy. It was a bad person. I was going through something.
Yeah,
we
you
all
do
do, bro.
midlife.
Midlife.
You had to do that drop top to get that 20-year-old, huh?
But tell us a little bit about your background. Where did you develop all these sales skills from?
So I was born in England to Jamaican parents,
Wow.
and then grew up in Jamaica. And so I lived in Jamaica from 3 to 14. And at around the age of 5 or 6, I started working with my mom. So she had a craft shop.
Okay.
So I was behind the counter selling since I was 6, 7 years old.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And then when we moved to America at the age of 14, I started working with public supermarkets.
Okay.
So I started bagging groceries with them when I was 14.
Wow.
And then ended up working my way through stock crew, front end, ended up being a store manager with them for about 16 years.
Wow.
So I ended up doing 27 years with them. And then in 2003, I got introduced to a company called Legal Shield,
Okay.
right? A network marketing company, multi-level sales. And then I ended up building a large team there and got into what we call the B2B arena, business to business.
Okay.
And took that product into companies. And so personally, I've sold over probably 7,000 memberships in companies for company and benefit employees.
Wow.
And so I've been doing sales for a while, and then just launched my sales course.
Now how important was that to have entrepreneurs as parents? Because you say you started selling at like 6 or 7.
Mhm.
So you got them nose out the way a long time. You just impervious to it. No.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's funny. My sophomore year in college, I sold books door to door.
Oh, wow. That's hard.
I did that 2 summers in a row, selling encyclopedias door to door.
Wow.
So my first summer, I probably knocked on over 1,000 doors. So no's, I'm immune to no's now.
Wow.
Right. So
Wow.
once
Yeah, that
you
was
you
hard.
trust me, you get dropped off in a strange neighborhood. And the first thing they tell you is they don't even tell you where you're staying. They tell you the first day you get there is you need to find somewhere to stay.
Ooh.
So imagine being a
Wow.
college student knocking on doors saying, "Hey, my name's Alistair Edwards. I'm a college student from Florida A&M, and I'm going to be working here during the summer. Do you know of anyone that would rent a room to a college student for a small, low fee?"
Wow.
Nope. Until you get somebody to say yes. And now you're staying in a stranger's house for 3 months as you sell books door to door for the summer.
I'm telling you, bro, when you got to, you figure out a way.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. So
And that's hard right there. Because I did the vacuums, those Hoover vacuums.
Ooh.
Oh, man, door to door.
Oh, yeah.
I did Tahitian on it.
Now, do you know?
You remember that?
You up there
That was the
pouring that?
nastiest juice ever.
Yeah, pouring that dirt on people's floor, talking about, look, yeah, let me show you how this clean. And they're looking like you just poured dirt on my car.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
You better hope the vacuum works.
Yes. It's the number 1 rated business show right here on the Real 1100 AM iHeartRadio, taking in all over the world. We are sitting here with Mr. Alistair, sales extraordinaire.
Yes.
I'm the Rockstar
He
KC.
sold me my first car.
I'm the Rockstar KC.
And I'm Mr. Marketology.
We'll be back after this.
All day, every day.
Hi, this is Dr. Williams with Align for Life Wellness. I want to invite you to our new office at 1800 Jonesboro Road in Atlanta. Come in for a consultation, examination, therapy, and x-ray, all for just $100.
What?
Yes, $100. This offer expires soon, so call us to schedule at 404-383-1110 or find us on the web at www.yourfinespine.com.
If you want to be fine, take care of your spine.
We're open late.
Wash your hands, avoid sick people, and touching your face. This station and the Beasley Best community of caring want to protect your family. Get everyday prevention tips at cdc.gov/COVID-19.
Have you been looking for a radio station that gives you sport,
I don't believe it. It's a touchdown.
entertainment,
Are you not
and other special interest talk shows,
Well, isn't that special?
all on one app.
Yo, that's dope. What app is that?
It's the real 1100 AM app for WWE. Grab it for free in your Google Play or Apple App Store today.
This is the Rockstar KC
and Mr. Marketology.
Invite everybody to join us at our brand new time for the #1 rated morning show at
10 a.m. in the morning.
Live on the real 1100 AM and iHeartRadio all over the world.
And that's Monday through Friday.
This is Abdul Chestnut of AEMG TV and XOD Network. I'm here getting it in with my man KC Pride, the host of the #1 rated business show.
Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turn to the city, I broke out the notch. Got some more millions.
Rocking it. Yeah. Rocking on the Monday. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our astrological forecast for the week.
Yeah.
This is the only show where you're going to get a business astrological forecast. Y'all need to make sure y'all tell everybody around. This is the only place y'all going to get this special information that's going to tell you exactly what you need to do this week to profit and make your money.
And it works, man. And it's better than the way I used to do it. Because I used to do it by the fortune cookies. I remember one time I got a fortune cookie and I broke it open and it said, things in your life going to change. And it did.
For the worse.
I mean, it changed. I mean, it didn't say good or bad. It said things going to change. And I was like, all right. And I popped it open.
Welcome to the program, Mr. Lorenzo Sanford.
What's up, fellas? What's going on, man? Happy Monday, everybody.
How you doing today, bro, man?
Hey, KC.
What's going on, brother?
I thought you used to do door-to-door personal services for people.
See, told you. Veterans Highway, Columbus, Georgia.
No, y'all see how they treat me. Y'all see how they treat me. No, I was not a door-to-door stripper.
Deuce Bigelow.
No, I mean, I heard from a couple of women that you came door to door and you offered personal services, and
Wait
it was
a minute.
good.
Wait a minute.
Deuce.
Lord, how much y'all gonna get me in trouble this week?
Hey, man, let me tell you all what's going on. This is a beautiful week to get some progress made.
Right.
Mars. Well, first of all, we're in Aries season. We just started Aries season yesterday, right?
All right.
So we're in the spring equinox, and that means it's time to go. It's time to go for it, get it done. However, the ruler of Aries is Mars, and Mars is in Aquarius, and Mars is squaring Uranus. That means that you're going to want to just throw everything that's in your way out of the way. And I just want to caution you to not throw out the baby with the bathwater.
Okay. Slow it up a little bit.
Plan what you're going to do. Don't just say, God damn it, I'm tired. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know if I can say that on the radio. Don't just say, I'm tired and I'm ready to get this over with. I'm ready to move on, because while you have the energy, you also have to have the mindset of planning and organizing. So the instinct is good. Go for it, but plan. Use your energy wisely, because you're very independent now. You're very interested in being aggressive, but you got to temper all of that with planning and organization.
Wow.
Don't just jump out there.
Wow. That's serious.
Yeah, I gotta get the plan, man. And he said I gotta purge myself. I'm going solo, y'all. I'm going solo.
Thank you so much for the astrological forecast for today, Mr. Worldwide.
And let the people know they can always reach out to me at astrologicastrology.com.
As always, we'll be doing a special masterclass with Lorenzo Sanford very soon called The Business of Astrology. It's going to be off the chain, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
Down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. He said, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
I'm going solo.
You're going to mess up your whole career, Joe.
Hey, it worked for Bobby Brown?
No, it did not. You see, he back with them on stage trying to do it. But no, still in the same conversation, man, the psychology of sales and getting the sales process out there. One more time, you said you have your own course where you're actually teaching sales to people now.
Yeah, so I have a Stair Steps to Sales master course.
Wow, okay.
All right, so it's an online course. Once you take that course, there are 13 modules in there. So I start off with understanding sales, right? Take you to understanding your product and service, right?
Okay.
Letting people know what your product and service is.
Okay.
Understanding and knowing your customer, right? Meeting with your customer, closing the customer, right? Follow up, getting referrals. So I take you through the entire sales process. And then after that course is completed, you get 4 hours of personal mentorship.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what does that personal mentorship look like? I can call, ask questions.
So you get 1 hour Zooms with me. So 4 1 hour Zooms.
Wow.
Right.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, how can folks take advantage of that if they want to get the sales training?
Simply just go online. It's stairstepstosales.com.
Wow.
Okay.
Stairstepstosales.com.
And it's spelled STAIR. Stairstepstosales.com. Alistair, Stair Steps.
But no, definitely one of the most important things for an entrepreneur, honestly, is sales.
Yeah.
If you do not understand sales, if you don't know how to do it, or if you don't know that process, or like if you like me, you just want to continuously get better at it. Because trust me, you can't train enough and knowing how to make that sale, knowing how to get that check, like for real, bro.
That's the truth.
Well, people don't realize everything is sales.
Exactly.
Everything is sales.
I had to find it out the hard way. Like for real, because you got two ways of ruling different things. You can be diplomatic about it, or you can be authoritarian about it. The authoritarian way don't work. Trust me, it don't. But when you learn how to be a lot more diplomatic and learn how to sell your ideas to your family and your kids and everybody else, you always selling, bro. Every time you say something, you trying to sell somebody on your idea.
That's true.
Yeah. Like your whole idea going solo.
I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna sell it. People, tell me what you think. Should it go solo?
Somebody tried to leave me once before, Joe. I'm gonna tell y'all in the words of TD Jakes. If somebody want to leave you, let them go.
I'm going solo.
He's gonna come back to the #1 rated.
It's gonna be Jeff Beale. the
Look, featuring Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
But no, one more time. If people want to learn the sales process, if somebody wants to get your course, one more time, because we got a whole bunch of folks asking in social media how to get it. If you'll tell them just one more time how to take advantage of that.
Actually, you can if you are on Instagram, just go to my Instagram page and go into click the link in the bio. Right. So my Instagram is Alistair, ALISTAIR .Edwards, EDWARDS. And so if you click the link in the bio, you'll see a link there to the sales course.
Okay.
If you're just going online, it's just simply stairstepstosales.com.
Wow. One more time for Alistair Edwards.
Yes, man. And you gotta get your mind right to sell too. It's a mindset thing. It's not the words. Everybody makes it seem as if it's just magical words. You say, blah, 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 and they're like, oh, I want to buy that. I want to buy that. And it's really more of a mindset and getting your mind prepared and setting the environment.
Yeah. Yeah. Because every person's gonna be different.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna buy different or have a different need to fill.
But now, I definitely, we're going to be doing master classes coming up soon, man. We'd love to have you for maybe an hour so we can go into just an in-depth discussion, with a lot of folks that follow us and follow the show, a lot of entrepreneurs and that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And just have an in-depth discussion about, sales psychology, asking for the sale. A lot of things like that is one of those things that really, really plague entrepreneurs like you would not believe.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd be glad to.
Great. And if you're not selling, you're not really a business owner, because you ain't gonna have a business if you ain't selling.
I try to tell folks that all the time. It's like, if you cannot go out here and sell this thing, you cannot live. Like, how are you gonna be an entrepreneur, or how are you gonna have a business if you ain't making no money?
Yeah.
Because your business ain't gonna run off hopes and dreams. It's not. We love hopes and dreams, but trust me, they don't pay no bills. They really don't.
That is true. Love don't either. Love don't pays no bills.
Well, our next guest.
He always cut me off, man. My singing career, man. I'm trying to get my singing career going.
Our next guest, he said technology pay the bills.
Okay.
Joining us to the program, Dr. J.C. Baker.
The doctor is in the house.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Thanks so much for having me today.
Hey, thanks for being on. This is the doctor of the business hospital.
The doctor of the business hospital. That is such a magical name right there. I love that. I love how you related business and everything to being a doctor. It's like, we need to diagnose Jeff real quick. He
and
got
when
some
your
bad
business
ideas.
is sick.
Well, Well, you know, it came to me because when you think about business, there's no single entity for anyone to go to. We're all guessing. We're all thinking about things subjectively without any baseline to compare it to. If you were to get injured right now, whether you had a gunshot wound, whether you cut your hand in the kitchen, or whether you passed out, the remedy would be hurry up and get to the hospital.
Wow.
So as I embarked on my PhD in business and leadership, I looked and said, well, as I looked at my team, I said, where does anyone go? You know, we guess. And then some of the major entities in this country, they're just not simply realistic or affordable for most business owners. You can't go to Ernst & Young and just get consulting, if you will. And I say consulting doesn't always cut it. Sometimes you need rehab. Sometimes you need surgery. And therefore, I invented the business hospital. I own all the assets around it. And we're now working in 13 countries, about to pick up Singapore here in the fourth quarter.
Wow. Now you are a doctor of business administration with focus on organizational leadership and professional finance, correct?
Correct.
Now, tell us a little bit about the business hospital. What are some things, or what are some of your patients look like? Let's say that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's exactly what we call them. I have 20 practitioners and 15 hospital wings that help me provide treatment. And our patients are literally anyone from having an idea in their mind to having a bakery that's 65 years old and they're on their second generation. Or it could be a large entity, no differently than the NFL, or it could be the University of Cincinnati. So we work with any and every business of every type, every scale and size, and we're industry agnostic. But the way that we provide our treatment is through assessments, diagnosis, prescription writing, rehab provision, and analysis. And what that really means is that we're going to look at you, listen to what you say is wrong, then we're going to prescribe to you what really is wrong, and then we are either going to guide or provide advice, or we're going to implement, or we're going to execute, or we're going to provide. It really depends on where the need is, and quite frankly, what the company is prepared to do to be a part of their own rescue.
Wow. Now, what are some of those things, or what are some of the type businesses that you guys work with at the business hospital?
Literally, we have seen it all. My day might consist of neuromorphic computing or electromagnetic radiation, nanotechnology, or it might be T-shirts, or it might be a new club or an event hall. It literally can be anything. And so with that, we have to be prepared in what we call a knowledge society. That means that I have to know more about most things than you do, and my team has to be better equipped. So if you have a question, whether it's about your sales cycle, considering that you guys were talking about sales and how everything is sales, well, everything from a metric to a system to sales persuasion, which we know the secrets of sales, or the 6 secrets of sales persuasion, not to mention utilitarian reasoning and hedonic reasoning. We can go there with you. Or we might be looking at technology and how to build your wireframes, how to code your platforms. It literally might be anything. We have to know it.
Wow. He's using big words too.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
But no, I just love that such a wide breadth of knowledge and huge, obviously, research team that y'all must have to be able to go into so many industries, because a lot of us are consultants, but you know, over a portion of your career, you start to find, or you start to kind of niche yourself back to saying, this is what I'm best at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
Well, I think you make a really good point. What we're best at is your problems.
Wow.
So that's exactly what we've niched. So you are correct. As a typical consultant, you've gotten really good at something, and that's what you offer the world, which is what makes you a specialist. I'm a general practitioner. So we go by 4 pills, in which these pills could also be viewed as pillars. But information, innovation, ideation, and imagination. And the first pill is information, which means that we just simply have more of it. We pay for it, and we're privy to more of it, which allows us to be a better service to you.
Now tell me, doctor, what are some industries that you see right now, or some of the emerging industries, or a lot of our audience are entrepreneurs looking for opportunities? Where do you see the next biggest opportunities coming from in 2022, 23?
Well, I don't know if they're opportunities, but I know it's where people are participating. There's 134,000 new businesses a day, and that's a real number. 42% are failing within the first 6 months. And the bulk of that is someone looking to create something in the technology space. Everybody wants an app or a system or something that they want to offer, but they're uncertain how to participate and navigate. We see that regularly. Outside of that, you have typical service-based need companies. So therefore, I'm lazy or I want to find something convenient. Guess what? There's a service for that, and there are people looking to offer those services. So I think the mentality of where we are from a society, where we're transitioning to as a globe, technology is one, service the second.
Definitely.
Man.
But oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say to all your app makers out here, let me tell y'all where it's really at. It's combining these services and these apps and all these type of things together. We're in a whole different environment now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We saw the time where you could post something to Facebook and boom, you was getting customers. Then we saw something where you put up a website and you was getting customers. Then for a second, you could put up an app, you was getting customers.
Yeah.
No longer does it work, any of it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? One lane ain't gonna work no more, bro. You got to be touching like 2 or 3 different things or solving 2 or 3 different problems if you're really trying to get out there now.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you one thing that you mentioned, and you couldn't be more accurate as it relates to what technology, social media, and some of the current trends have dictated. And this is a real number. I'm giving this to your listeners for free. Social media converts at 2.4%.
Yep.
That means the volume of following that you have to have has to be substantial. It has to be massive. But what does work? The same thing that's always worked. Me shaking your hand, me looking you in the eye, and me doing really good business through a really good cycle.
And it ain't gonna never stop working. They
That
have been
will
doing
never
business
not
like that
work.
since Henry Ford, brother. And it will
Right.
never stop.
And so in that case, one thing that we do as a business hospital is we help people understand the baseline of business in a more excellent way. And so we then rehab them, whether it's rehabbing their processes, rehabbing their minds, rehabbing their human capital, whatever it might be, into understanding what a healthy business should be as opposed to the grander idea of what they think their business should be.
Wow. That you know, it's amazing how many folks don't really know what their business is really about.
Yeah.
Like, you know how many people you can go ask them what you selling and they don't know. Like,
Well, you know, that's actually an exercise that's a part of our physical. We actually give a physical first and an exam second.
Okay.
When we take on a new patient. And one of the things that we talk about is their value proposition. The moment I say value proposition, oftentimes they get frozen. They become a deer in headlights.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So then if you were to ask the top management teams, whether it's C-suite, whether it's directors, and then you go to their subordinates and say, what do you guys do here? You're going to get multiple answers. And that's problematic.
And that's the shame.
Yeah.
And that goes back to what we talked about, leadership. Because when the leadership is proper, when everybody's on mission, everybody understands the mission that they operating in, then everybody will act in one accord. But when everybody all over the place, how does it mean you got 2 different visions for the same company?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's leadership.
Well, it becomes easy that would happen, or that reality is in fact a reality, because no one's classically trained or traditionally skilled in these areas, even leadership. You know, I do a lot of leadership training around this nation. I speak anywhere from 4 to 5 times a month on the topic. And what I find to be unique about it is that if I were to ask someone what's their leadership style, they have no answer. They don't even know that leadership is a style that could actually be perfected. So if you don't know that, you're guessing. And that means you might make the shot. Like my brother, when we play basketball, he might make a 3-pointer, but he's no 3-point shooter. And so that happens to people with leadership.
That's true, though. You ain't gonna win without Phil Jackson, bro.
Hey, that's true.
Right. You have to be classically trained, and you have to have a formal process to what it is you're looking to execute. It can be done perfectly.
Now, what are some leadership training tips that we could give folks that's out here, you know, running their own business, just trying to run themselves? Because a lot of folks, I mean, solopreneurs and this type of stuff, they ain't doing a good job of managing themselves. Like,
well, you have to be, once again, I'm using the same word out of redundancy, but I'm doing it for emphasis, is that you need traditional training in it. So if you ignore it, for an example, as a former ball player, one thing that we always started camp with was this is a football. And there's 11 people on offense and there's 11 on defense, and it starts right here from the center, quarterback exchange.
Wow.
Well, by the time you've played 15 years of ball, you know that, but we're not going to ignore that, because it's important for you to once again remind yourself of the training of what this game is all about.
The fundamentals.
Yeah.
So if you don't have that classic training in it, you're going to ignore it, and then you're going to wonder why you're inadequate.
Wow. I tell folks all the time, when you are prepared, when you are properly prepared, all that other stuff fade out of the way.
Well, see, properly prepared is a trick bag. Like, what do you mean? I mean, I've got people that say they've gone to Google University. You can't Google stuff to learn stuff. Can't do it. I remember having a basketball argument. I am a sports enthusiast, so I use a lot of sport analogies. But we were arguing about a travel call. And if you're playing in the hood, and I don't know the complete demographic of your listeners, but there's always an argument on the basketball court in the hood, especially about violations. So we have a scenario where if you shoot the ball and it doesn't touch the rim or the backboard and you catch it, that is travel. But we'll say in the hood, it was a shot attempt. So we went to look it up, and one guy Googled it, and they said, see, as long as it was a shot attempt. But they never checked the source. And the source wasn't a credible person that could even make a declaration on if it was a violation or not.
Dr. Baker,
we got to pull the rule book up. And the rule book specifically says it, you know, in Article 72 that it is.
Wow.
But it's amazing where we get our information from. You will never be educated if you don't even know where to get your info from.
Dr. Baker, I'm offended. I am publicly letting you know that my blog is a creditable source, and I stated it, and I'm offended.
You're gonna learn today.
But no, as long as your blog is backed up with other sources that provide that opinion or your expertise. But now, Jeff, you might be an expert, right? We know the work that you do in the Marketology group.
but no, it's so important that we start checking our sources and look at where we get this information from, because nowadays everybody's sitting up here. They go find somebody's book, or they go find somebody else's videos, and now you're trying to build your own content as you just expert and all this other type of stuff. But it ain't nothing to show that you're an expert. You ain't got no track record. You ain't got no results. All you guys are damn YouTube channel.
I'm gonna tell you,
I'm just saying,
that stuff burns me so bad that when you actually consult with businesses and their CEOs start telling you about blogs, and you're like, yeah, but who is this person? Have you did any type of due diligence on them? Well, I saw this YouTube video, and they must be credible. They have 1 million followers, and you're like, that doesn't make them creditable.
Exactly.
You know,
that just make them good at social media.
Well, following equates to entertainment.
Exactly.
Doesn't equate to credibility. I would submit to you, no matter how you look at this, how many people are following neuroscientists?
Yeah,
I like that.
How many people are following astrophysicists?
I like
you
that.
aren't.
No, that's true.
Right. So because you aren't following the people that actually invent the information, you're following the entertainment.
Yeah.
I had a young lady the other day. I hadn't spoken to her in literally in some decades. And I said, man, what are you up to? How have you been? And her response was, man, you know, just about to get my life coaching business off the ground as soon as my mentor finishes telling me how to do it. Now I'm thinking about what I know about this person. I'm saying, well, how are you a life coach? Your life's a mess.
Wow.
Lord have mercy.
So now you're being taught how to be a life coach? That's literally like saying, look, I'm going to coach football as soon as I learn it first. Well, that doesn't make any good sense. Right? I'm going to help you with finances, although I can't seem to figure out mine.
But no, that is so true. And like we started at the beginning of the year, it's time to be done with all this type of crap. Like, for real, the fake gurus, all these people out here spitting all this bad advice, trying to tell y'all what y'all need to do with y'all business, and y'all falling behind somebody just because they got some followers.
Yeah.
Who give a damn? Do they have any buyers? Any?
You don't know.
Anybody buying that crap?
Alistair, they buying them?
Well, the sad part is some people are. and that's the problem. You know what I mean? And you got masses being straight the wrong way. Because they're not really checking the resources. They're going based on the following. Like the doctor says, if you don't know if the person is actually credible, have they actually sold anything? You know, I always told one of my mentors always told me, he says, I would never do business with anyone that has never failed.
That's so, but that's so true.
Well, because the lessons come from the failure.
The lessons come from the failure.
You talk about that on Friday.
I need to know how many times you failed before you and I sign a deal together.
Wow.
If you come in here and tell me I'm perfect, I do everything right, then you just haven't been in the game. You just ain't been in the ring long enough.
You probably ain't in the ring.
Well, unless there's a way to solidify that positioning, because I can also contend to make the argument that if your resources have always aligned, then in theory you could. But I would also need to know that as well, that maybe you had a head start or you had a cheat code.
Right.
And there are people that have that.
I would say every overnight success I know got a backstory about 15 years of failure. I'm going to be honest with you.
Well, I would tell you this. Yes, they do, even if it's not their own. Right? If I'm third generation and my family's been great at, like, I tell you right now, we do work right now with the second wealthiest family in the Philippines. Wow. They've been wealthy for 400 years. Wow. They're worth more than every single black person in our country combined. including our billionaires, which we only have 8 of them. So in this case, when I'm hearing them, I know that what they do now works because of what happened 400 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But there were some failures over 400 years.
Oh, yeah.
They just didn't experience them.
Okay.
Right. And that's a different mentality that not everybody can play. And they are not the person you can look at. It's almost, once again, here's a sport analogy. I can't look at Wilt Chamberlain and try to learn how to do basketball better. Because he's born with something you just can't have.
Yeah. You know, that's a good point, Doc. That's going back to knowing your history. If you know your history, you're okay.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Baker, if anybody wants to join the business school, man, or if anybody wants to just get more information to follow you, or if you're looking for a consultant like myself, because I am very good at all this stuff, and I want to work for them, I want to work for them Filipinos.
I mean, it's real easy. Our website is drbaker.us. And so you can find me there. Our phone number is 1-877-BIZ, B-I-Z, HOSP, so for business hospital. But really, if you go to the website, you want to connect there, you can. My email address is 2 of them. One is info@drbaker.us, info@drbaker.us, or me directly, which is Dr. Baker, Dr. Baker at drbaker.us, or once again, Dr. Baker at drbaker.us. One thing I'd like to say, gentlemen, since you have me, we just launched our athletic platform called Pro Elite Training. And we wrote a patent on how to train athletes with a metronome of music to increase rhythm, tempo, and pace. It's never been done before, but it's the science as to why you learned your ABCs through rhythm and rhyme. It's the science behind why a military division can march on cadence. We can teach you a 3-punch combo, or we can teach you a crossover dribble, or a back pedal technique, all through music. So we've done that. We have thousands of drills. We have NBA and NFL participation along with MMA participation. We've got some pretty high profile producers that have signed on to the platform for our music content. But I just want your listeners to know they can get it now in their Apple and Play stores. It's called Pro Elite Training. Pro Elite is one word. I really need everyone downloading this thing. We've got some international attention off of the science, and the way that we make people believe that it works is by people using the platform.
Wow.
So I need everyone's commitment that's listening that you will at least download it. It is free. So I don't want to hear that it costs you money, and the download takes you moments. Pro Elite Training.
That is amazing, man. And like I said, one more time, if anybody want to get in contact with you or follow you on social media, how can they do that?
Social media wise, which is funny, I actually don't use it. And they're like, how do you go to 14 countries and don't use it? I make a lot of phone calls and I shake a lot of hands. However,
get on the phone, bro.
However, get to the website. That's how you find us. And then from there, if you put a message in, we'll be able to push any information that you want or need. If your business is struggling and you need assistance, trust that we will heal your business. No matter if you have money issues, marketing issues, which, believe it or not, if you got marketing issues, Jeff Beale is a person that you need to get to. But if you're looking at human capital issues, anything else, technology issues, we can heal your business.
Man, once again, man, we got to get you to come back and do a longer segment with us, man, because we got to dig into this Pro Elite Training, man. I definitely want to know more about that. So we definitely got to get you back as soon as we can, brother.
Absolutely. Well, I'm available, Jeff. You know, I'm just a phone call away from you. I'll answer the call. I'm not that guy that's so busy that I can't talk to people that make good sense and that are important to me.
Yeah. All right, man. Thank you so much once again, Dr. Baker. JC Baker.
And we went off, bro. Man, Dr. Baker is the truth, man. I'm telling you, when you're talking about somebody that's actually smart but yet practical, that's the man. I mean, you know, a lot of people are smart and they just sound smart.
Yeah,
he knows his stuff.
You can hear it.
Yeah.
Because now that music thing is a cheat code. I even taught that to my daughter. You know, a lot of times you can study to a certain music, especially like classical music, like Bach, something like that, about 80 beats per minute.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times when you hear that music again, it help you recall that information, as well as scent marketing. So you can put like a little scent on your wrist while you're studying this type of stuff. You really need to remember that information. And when it's test time, you wear that same scent again, and then it helps recall it. Same thing that they do in Hilton Hotel, Disney, all that type of stuff. Yeah,
man, that's deep.
I know all the cheat codes, bro. But you got to pay for mine. I don't give away no free tip. I gave away way too much.
They say cheaters never win, KC.
And winners never cheat is what they say. I didn't see some cheaters win, though. But one more time, Mr. Alistair Edwards. If anybody want to get in contact with you, just take advantage of your sales training. One more time, how can folks get that?
stairstepstosales.com.
Stairstepstosales.com. I'm gonna have to start selling myself again. I don't know what I'm gonna sell though.
As long as you're not selling what you used to sell, we all right.
They legalized it here in Georgia. Lord have mercy. It has been another Mindset Monday right here on the #1 rated business show, Real 1100 AM. Checking in all over the world, iHeartRadio. For the quote of the day, this is coming from Robert Collier. Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. Small efforts.
Okay.
Repeated day in and day out.
The baby steps.
Baby steps. We'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. live right here on the Real 1100 AM iHeartRadio. It's a Monday, bro.
It is, but we made it through.
We made it through.
Now it's time to go get lunch and some whiskey.
Nah. Turn up. Follow me at I am KC Pride.
And I'm Mr. Marketology. Well, follow it. See, you always mess me up.
Oh,
follow me at Mr. Marketology. Not I am Mr. Marketology, but Mr. Marketology. That's where I'm at.
Lord, please help Jeff remember his own Instagram.
And then it's Alistair.Edwards.
Alistair.Edwards. Well, on Instagram?
On IG, yep.
All right. Alistair, spell it for him one time real quick.
ALISTAIR.EDWARDS.
Right there on Instagram, and we are out.
I know they be getting sick of me. They chasing my neck cause I'm real a piece. I don't even like to freestyle for free. I put in the key and I ride the beat. I don't even come out the house for free. I pay the drive for me. Jay-Z couldn't even go sign for me. I do what I want cause I'm signed to me. I get the bag. They get the bag, have to cut it in half. Stop the comparing, y'all making me laugh. Need to rehab, I'm addicted to cash. Convertible walk, convertible talk. My dope got a vertical, look at it hot.
At Align for Life, we work with attorneys across the entire metro area. We are a portal of entry provider, meaning we can ensure your client is triaged accordingly and coordinate all aspects of your client's chiropractic and medical care from start to finish, including referrals to medical doctors, specialists, and imaging. This is Dr. Fowler. Your injury clients deserve the best: transportation, extended hours, and compliance monitoring. We understand your needs. Refer your injury and accident victims right now by calling us at 404-383-1110 or visit
And the Rockstar KC.
Yep.
Okay. Hey, this is Alistair Edwards, man, here in the #1 radio business show, here with Mr. Marketology and Mr. KC Pride. Hey, let me tell you what, you got to plug in.
Sound good.
Hey, this is Alistair Edwards here on the #1 radio business show with Mr. Marketology and Mr. KC Pride. Definitely make sure you plug in.
Cool. Thank you.
Did it come out good?
Yeah, but you said #1 radio is rated.
Oh, #1 rated.
Yeah.
Okay. #1 rated business show. Okay. Hey, this is Alistair Edwards here on the #1 rated business show. Hey, you definitely need to plug in with Mr. Marketology and Mr. KC Pride.
Cool.
Is that good?
Yep.
Okay.
Thanks.
Nah, man. Thank you all.
Tell the whole world the truth is back. Welcome back.
Hello, welcome to DNA Sports Talk. This is Don the D and DNA.
Hey, what's going on? This is Ace of the A and DNA.
We bring the facts about sports.
If you don't agree,
say so. 44603-8770 is that number to call in. Once again, 44603-8770. These past 2 months, I realized my place is still on the field and not in the stands. That time will come, but it's not now. I love my teammates and I love my supportive family. They make it all possible. I'm coming back for my 23rd